Hello and welcome to A Soul's Experience, a channel dedicated to helping the human race remember who we really are. Now it is rather windy here, so I might come in off the balcony just for a second. Woo! It is hot, but it is windy and noisy. Hello lightworkers. Yes, I'm talking to you. Now how do you know if you're a lightworker? And how do you know if I'm talking to you? Well, it's very, very simple. You see, we don't have to complicate things in the spiritual world. You don't have to be that special person that's put in 30, 40 years worth of practice, because guess what? You're already a spiritual being. And if you look at the world in a realistic but positive way, so you can see the flaws, but you see them as lessons and experiences. If you can see the things you don't like, but see a clear vision of how you would like it to change, then you are already thinking and accessing the very essence of what a lightworker is. It's very, very easy to put other people on pedestals and look to someone else for the answer. But guess what? The answer is inside of you. And me, and many, many people like us. Yes, there are plenty of people that aren't close to their awakening, and that's fine, that's their journey. We're all individuals and we're all going back to our source of unconditional love in the end. But if you're watching this video, then there's a voice in your head that maybe already know that this is all completely real, we live forever. We're all one consciousness having, individual experiences and dream in separation. But if you're new to this and you've just got that voice saying, what is this all about? There's this nagging voice in my head and I'm interested. I just want to find out what this deeper meaning to life is, because we've all found that job that keeps us happy for a little bit. We've all found that relationship that keeps us on cloud nine for a while. And then we hit baseline reality and we realise this can't quite be it. The things we see around us, the story we're told about working 50, 60 years and we might get to enjoy 10, 15 years at the end if we're lucky, if we live that long, if we're in good health. How many people retire in bad health and they've given their best years to a company that soon forgets their name? Luckily, the awakened can see this entrapment. And yes, we're having a human experience, so we need to be able to play the human game. And that means controlling finances, relationships, and our human experiences that we have here. But we don't have to base our base reality upon the physical world solely. Yes, it's important, and we mustn't forget that we're physical right now. This is a very, very important moment because this is the present. Let's not forget we are here right now in these physical bodies, these precious, beautiful bodies, these vehicles and these temples. They are precious and we do feel pain. We feel love and joy. We feel sadness. And when someone passes, we feel loss. This is what we signed up for here on earth. Not everybody can see their guardian angels patting them on the back saying it's going to be okay. Not everybody can see their spirit guides. Not everybody even knows that they have spirit guides. And that's fine. We're all on our path. But if your path is leading you towards wanting to know that something's greater, something has to be greater than what you see around you, then you have that seed of light inside of you that we all do. But yours is blossoming. Your light right now is opening up. Physically, your DNA is changing. Your vibration is rising. Believe me, this is truly happening. And it's no longer woo-woo or being poo-pooed anymore. No, scientifically, through quantum physics, they are learning all the time the universe they thought they knew, they actually know nothing about. And again, this is a beautiful, amazing thing, because I've said from the beginning, when science and spirituality can co-create together, we will have this type of technology that existed when the Great Pyramids were built, when Göbekli Tepe was built, and many, many other great megalithic sites that can't be explained with modern science because they're leaving out the spiritual aspect. And it isn't even spiritual, it is mathematical, geometrical, vibrational, things that can be proven, things that have worked in the past, technologies that have been made and mysteriously disappeared. This happens, oh yes. Yes, but the greater evils at play to keep us from our free energies and technologies, and the greater things at play are crumbling because there are so many light workers on the planet right now. I wouldn't have believed 3 years ago when I had my first seed start to grow into a beautiful flower and blossom into the light work that I do now. It's taken years for me to try and actually figure out what it was I was doing. This drive I had to make this channel. And all I kept getting is, you need to share the message. As soon as I found out that we live forever, it was too big to keep to myself. How do you find out about eternal life? How do you go from seeing, I was very, very much, I need to see it to believe it. How do you go from seeing evidence, I've seen evidence of eternal life. How do you keep that to yourself and not want to share that with the world? Because the fear of death is probably the biggest fear that holds us back from becoming who we truly are. And if you're on this journey, you're either at the point of still fearing death and wanting to find an answer. And believe me, if you're there, the answer is that we never die. We never, ever, ever, ever die. Now that might sound daunting, especially if you're having a bit of a rough time down here on earth. But believe me, if you've ever visited the spirit world through meditation or near-death experience, or been to a medium or someone who's spiritually connected and you've had a great experience, or even people that have used ayahuasca or other psychedelics, that's completely up to them if that's their path that they want to go down. I respect every single person on their journey and their way of finding spirituality. There is more than one way to skin a cat, and especially in the spiritual game, there is a million pathways, and actually an unlimited amount of pathways that will get us to where we need to be. Mine was through addiction. Addiction led me to the point of just total collapse of my world, where I had to build it from scratch. That's when I found out eternal life was real, through meditation. That's when my life was slowly put back together by the divine. And that is what's happening to you right now, if you're at the beginning. Now, if you're already at a point of knowing we live forever, then doesn't it feel great? Oh, that weight being removed off your chest. Blimey, I carried that around like 100-ton stone around my neck, and all of a sudden it just means that life never stops. You live, you experience, and that experience continues like a wave. You go from one experience to another, a physical experience, to our natural state of experience in our light bodies. So where are you on your journey? I'd love to hear. I really, really would love to hear where you're at. Please leave it in the comments below. We have a great community building up on this channel. I love you all so much for leaving the comments you do. A lot of you, most of you are so insightful and really, really respectful. And the comments you leave, I'm learning from you guys every single day. So please keep leaving comments. It means so much to me and to the other people that are learning from you. It really does mean a lot. Thank you. And as we all know, spiritual beings, we can't do all this stuff on our own. We need help on our spiritual journeys. And I'm hoping these videos are helping you. Because if you're right at that point where you're wondering what's going on, then let me tell you, you're a light worker. You really are. And it isn't, we've had this perception for so long of, you know, a guru dressed in robes, half naked, sitting on a mountain, not eating, not drinking, living off the sunshine. He's a magic man. He's levitating. He's feeding the world with his positivity. He has to do nothing but sit there cross-legged, barefooted, and smile. But the truth is, all 8 billion people on the planet right now are spiritual beings in a different stage of awakening. But light workers, the Great Awakening is here. The shift is happening all around us. It really is. Magic everywhere, just round the corner. It is. And this sounds like fairy tale stuff, but we're living in fairy tale times. There's never been so many light workers on the planet. So if your message is about positivity, if what you're looking up when you're looking for these videos is something positive, something to do with the spiritual, with the awakening, then yes, you are a light worker. Because just by you having these thoughts towards positivity, you're giving off a vibration that will ripple across the globe out into the atmosphere and into the universe. That has also been proven by science. Our thoughts and our feelings carry energy, and the more you spend time in this kind of content, watching stuff that's positive, the more of a positive vibration you're giving out. You're giving out the light of our Creator. You are a light worker. Just by being positive, you are working for the light. Yes, light worker, that is you. Working for the light by doing something positive, just by being positive in your unique positive state of being. You are a unique fingerprint on the finger of the hand of God themselves. You are unique. There is not another vibration like you in the universe. There is not another soul like you who has had the experiences that you've had, that has learned the lessons that you've learned and given that back to our Creator. How beautiful, how absolutely beautiful. Thank you for your experience. It touches me so deeply that you've chosen to be down here, reincarnate time and time again, put yourself in pain time and time again for us, for our Creator, for our Father, our Mother, our Alpha and our Omega, our everything, for the love of the universe. You don't get more light than that. Bringing that much light and love into the universe for all of us to learn and grow. Selfishly. Doing it for just yourself. No. You're doing it for everyone around you. You're doing it for me. You're doing it for the Creator, the angels, the guardians, the guides. They're watching you do your light work. And they're praising you. They're loving you. The way that I and the rest of the world love you. So never stop believing in yourself and working for the light. Because the only true thing inside all of us is unconditional love. It's why I feel it so deeply when I know there's so many of you working so hard to find the answers to life. How can we make it better? How can we stop the suffering? How can we bring more love into the planet? How can we do it in our unique self where we don't have to suffer anymore? The work is hard, but you're here doing it. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back, honestly. You're doing amazing. You really are. And if this really, if you can feel it too, that's that part of you that we're connected. That we're all connected to. That love that we have for each other deep down. That feeling that we don't want to see other people hurting. We want to see everyone rejoice in love and joy. That's the God part of you that never dies. The eternal, unconditional love that you truly are, light worker. Never forget who you truly are, because the universe and the world, and I need you. I really hope this message reaches you today. In fact, I pray this message reaches you today, especially if you need to hear it. If you're having a down day, we all have down days, especially on the spiritual journey. It's very easy when we're lost in the matrix to just get up, go work, pay the bills, get up, go work, pay the bills. We can very easily turn into a robot and lose our sense of emotions. But when we lose the sense of pain, we also lose the sense of happiness and joy. We become numb to who we truly are. And we're emotional beings, full of joy, pain, love, full of it all. We are the universe, having a human experience. So don't be surprised if you have an off day, because the universe has an off time sometimes. The weather has an off day sometimes. Everything has an off day sometimes. It's the way it is. It's creating contrast. It's creating good and bad, negative, positive, however you want to look at it. It's creating a fruitful experience, a 360 point of view. And that's you as well. So don't feel guilty for anything. Be positive. You're beautiful. You're good. You're bad. You're ugly. Everything about you. Your bad habits, your good habits. They're you. They're unique. Don't apologise for that. Like I said, the world loves you. Just the way you are. Until next time. Take care for now.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well. Don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long.